Basketball. Yay.
The Pacers shooting 38% from the field, a pretty weak showing for them. Checking out the group for Quinn Snyder to start the second half. The front court is Risache and Johnson. Daniels out there with Trae Young. And it's Okongwu in at the 5 spot.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Money in the last outing against the Pistons looked really strong. He scored 14 points, and he did most of that damage in 2 places, at the foul line and behind the arc. Really displaying incredible hustle during this run. Guys just can't keep up with him. Kevin?
David, we appreciate the update. Greg, he was sensational the other night, making play after play after play.
And that's what you want. Not only was the effort there, but how about the production as well?
Well, he can do a lot of different things, so he falls into these different roles. Which will it be tonight?
Greg, we know about the Euro step, but is the decel the next move that's getting more notice?
I think it is, Kevin, and you can see players have quickly incorporated that into their arsenal. It's been fun to watch, man, and I tell you, it creates some uncomfortable situations.
Yeah, for Daniels, it's still about finding his niche. It's the potential of Daniels that keeps you tantalized, a swingman that can play multiple defensive positions.
Atlanta's gone 6 of 14 with the 3 ball tonight, just a little over 40%. Here's Risache. He's covered by Halliburton. Pass to Risache. 5 on the clock. Over Halliburton. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. And that's 20 points for Risache.
Another one for Risache. This young man from France has insane potential, and we are seeing a bit of it tonight.
Burke can't get it to go.
Not been an easy start. 3 straight misses here on these possessions.
Okongwu with it. Shoots over Turner. Pass to Risache. Here's Okongwu. That one doesn't go. Good work defensively by Turner. Halliburton on the wing. He's got 17. Burke kicks to Siakam. Here's Halliburton. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That one on Risache.
Can't be overzealous with Halliburton. When you are, he embraces that, and he got the whistle.
Seems like every time, Greg, we see Tyrese Halliburton, he's wearing a big smile on his face.
Talk about a guy who just loves this game. Halliburton is such an enthusiastic player, and that positive attitude really infects his entire team.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Now, you know Siakam is going to bring some intensity inside. He's embracing the chance to be fouled.
The Pacers have gone 7 of 9 from the free throw line tonight. Free throw good, Siakam. Greg, in January 2024, Pascal Siakam was traded out of Toronto.
And he came into the league an older player from a mid-major school. The Raptors did a lot to help Siakam, turning him into an all-NBA caliber player.
Now, here is Young. His scoring average of about 32.5 points a game tells you all you need to know about how dangerous a player he can be.
Yeah, they're going to try to search out for somebody that's got a hot hand right now. 1 of 4 to start the half.
Well, Greg, we saw in the 2024 regular season that these Pacers actually led the NBA in assists.
Averaging over 30 assists a game. Now, that's ball movement. These Pacers really trust one another and love to share the load offensively.
Such a head-scratcher to think that Pascal Siakam started playing this game at the age of 17. Really speaks to his work ethic.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Atlanta again missing.
Ooh, and this is turning into a slow start here in the second half. Seems like they left that offense in the locker room.
Halliburton with the bucket.
Defense doing their best to put Halliburton off balance, but he stays flexible, kind of warps around the defense and adjusts to the contact.
Now, here is Young. Johnson left side. Back to Young. Atlanta needs to get off a shot here. Daniels, no good. Indiana's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Siakam, a screen on Young. Halliburton passes to Burke. The 10-footer. And Halliburton with the basket on the assist by Burke. Halliburton's got 5 points in the quarter.
Disappointing as a player to have such a great game and still be trailing. Not over yet, though.
Young against Halliburton. Young, right side. Here's Shea. And just miss after miss right now.
Really excellent defense there. They know he's capable of knocking it down from the outside, and they could not have played him better.
Here's Mathurin. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Greg, since making it to the Eastern Conference Finals in 2021, the Atlanta Hawks haven't been that good.
And it was hard to tell if that was a Cinderella run at the time, but Kevin, looking like that might have been the outlier. The Hawks took some risks to get back there, but it just hasn't worked.
Now, here's Johnson. 14 points for him. A nice shot by Young. 6 points for Trae Young.
And with that basket, he's able to end a 10-0 run by Indiana.
Pass to Burke. Back to Halliburton. Now Burke launches a three. Rebound by the Hawks. Okongwu's now got his 6th rebound on the night.
This feels like it's snowballed a little bit on them. The more he tries to shoot his way out of this slump, the worse it seems to get. They need him to get it together.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
Here's Halliburton. Out of bounds, Atlanta takes possession. And so Young will bring it up for Atlanta. Johnson with a screen on Halliburton. To the middle. The shot by Johnson, no good.
He's so good at getting to the rim. Maybe tries to get a little bit too cute with that one. I thought he'd lay it straight up and in.
Halliburton, that's good.
And this is the time they wanted to mount the rally and get back into it.
Pass to Shea. Lays it up off the glass. Shea's got 6 in the quarter.
Well, Shea has decent size, and he uses it well that time to put points on the board.
Siakam outside. That falls. Nice feed that time from Turner.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Now, Shea. 24 points for him. To the inside, Johnson, and then Johnson with the jam.
Great lift off the floor. Johnson is electric.
Pacers trail by 21. Halliburton passes to Siakam. Back to Halliburton. That shot is good. He's taken 15 and made 10 from the field tonight.
Halliburton piling up points. He can thank his impressive work ethic for that.
And Young kicks to Johnson. Back to Young. Jacks up a three. Buries the long-range jumper. Young's got 9.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
Turner finds Mathurin. Halliburton outside. Turner with a screen for Halliburton. Down low, shot clock at 5, and Turner throws it down.
This is just good point guard fundamentals from Tyrese Halliburton. Going to the pick and roll to create a bunch of options.
Johnson with the bounce pass. Here's Rizachet. The Pacers pull it in. Mathurin's got his 4th rebound in this one. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Pacers obviously push the fast break. Tyrese Halliburton says the emphasis is getting outlets and running, playing fast. That's a good identity to have. It's a team that people want to play for, and it's a style you don't want to play against. You've got to be ready to play us. Kevin, the idea is for them to wear you down.
They fly, David. Baseline. The baseline. They can really go.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
Here's Daniels over Mathurin, and it's Mathurin with the rebound. Mathurin's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Burke. And the Pacers can't get it to go.
Well, if he wants to make the defense work, he's got to start knocking down the threes. Only one so far in this game for him, and none since halftime. And he's got a lot to do with the position that they're in. A very smart offensive performance tonight from him.
Here's Siakam after the basket by Atlanta. Here's Mathurin. And it's Daniels with the rebound. Atlanta's gone into a slump here from 3-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the 3rd. Mathurin against Johnson. Rizachet wide open. It's good with the assist that time from Johnson. Johnson's got 4 assists in the game.
Assists like that have typified their effort to date.
Call here. Indiana decides to talk it over. Ren, you talk about a guy taking a leap. Jalen Johnson took huge steps forward in his 3rd NBA season.
Kevin, how many times have we seen it where a really talented young player is playing on a team that has star power, and so naturally they're able to settle into the role they're going to play? That is what has happened with Jalen Johnson. I expect him to take another leap forward this season.
They've got Nesmith. Halliburton is out there with Burke. Then there's Andrew Nembhard. And it's Toppin in at center. So that's the group out there for Indiana. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Hawks.
All game long, they've had active. Hands and really out in the passing lanes. And that aggression on defense has resulted in a ton of steals.
Well, something else I've seen from them in this game is just how quick they are to capitalize on a turnover. I mean, they're pouncing on that stuff, and you got to be careful when you're handling the ball around them. Well, those interior passes can be dangerous sometimes, but if the timing is good and you execute it there, you can get easy hoops.
Pass to Nesmith. Back to Nembhard. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. Nembhard's got 4 points now in the quarter. Here's Mann. Burke covering. To the paint. Here's Capella, and the dunk by Capella.
Using his length that time, Capella up top to slam it down.
Nesmith with the ball. Back to Halliburton. Inside. Toppin passes to Nemhard. Now, here's Toppin. From outside, off the mark.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Here's Mann. Burke covering. Mann can't hit.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
Brent, of all the things I can ask you, I've thought about this one. What would you say is the most important thing a team has to do to be an NBA champion?
Kevin, it's pretty simple. Accept your role. And when that happens, stars will be stars, and role players will be there to support the stars in any way they possibly can. But to accept your role and to sacrifice for the good of the team, it's going to give you a chance to hold that trophy.
It's rebounded by Nesmith. Pacers shooting 40% from the field. And once again off the mark by Indiana. The Hawks have gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. Here's Mann. Nesmith covering for 3. Nance. Kept alive by Atlanta. Mann can't hit. Indiana's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. There's a screen. Here's Burke from beyond the arc and then some.
First 3 of the half, second of the game. Can he heat up?
Here's Krejci. Pass to Capella. Over Toppin. A second chance effort. And Capella with a nice bucket inside. Capella's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Toppin kicks to Burke. Off target from outside.
It's just been a frustrating day for him all the way around, and it's rubbed off now, I think, on the rest of the team.
Pass to Capella. Down low. And the dunk by Capella.
That's a nice pick and roll there. Capella slicing with purpose after he sets the screen and ready for the ball.
Now here's Burke, defended by Mann. Burke the pass to Nesmith. This one for 3. Atlanta with the rebound. Mann with it, and that's a foul called on Money. That is his first foul of the game. The NBA has always been a star-driven league. And that's reflected in team strategies now more than ever before.
It is. All over the league, teams now building their systems around their stars, surrounding them with complementary players and running the offense through them as much as possible.
6 on the shot clock. Fires from the line. Mann can't hit.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Pass to Turner. Here's Burke. He's covered by Matthews. Halliburton deciding where to go with it. Shot from the wing. Atlanta with the rebound. Capella's got 9 rebounds now tonight. Here's Mann. Nemhard covering. Matthews a screen on Halliburton. Pass to Capella.
Capella's got to use the tools that he has, and it's that size on offense that he can command the defense's attention.
And with this era of the Atlanta Hawks, Greg, they've gone as far as their defense has let them.
You look back at their conference finals run in 21, that was the last time they had a top 10 defense. So scoring's never been the issue with this core, but defense has been non-existent.
That's good from Capella. GA, what effect do you think the rule to limit flopping has had since it was put into place in the NBA?
Well, I do think we're seeing less theatrics, and there were fines before, but a flop now might impact the game itself. So I'd say it's been a bit of a deterrent.
And Indiana making a change here. Mathurin's checked in. He doesn't get the second one.
And Capella, just an outstanding rebounder on both ends of the floor. Shoots a tremendously high percentage from the field because he's always around the rim.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Here's Buffkin. He's covered by Halliburton. Shoots it. They get the rebound. Pass to man. Capella with a screen on Mathurin. Here is Matthews. The Hawks again can't hit. Here's Burke. Under the mid. And they've really hit a rough patch here. And so Atlanta takes this one by a big margin. A resounding victory for them. And Greg, in enemy territory, no less.
And that's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done.
Well, I knew we weren't going undefeated for the rest of the season.
This Portland crowd ain't ready for your flavor? Show 'em what's up.
Yo, I was thinking we hit that Korean barbecue spot after the game.
Oh, yeah, I heard it.
Fool, I know he didn't say that. About you, he about to So?
MP.
Let's get after it, MP.
All right, is you ready? What's up, MP? Kicks, MP.
Thursday night, the best night of the week for NBA basketball. Hi there, everybody, and thanks for being with us on 2K Sports. This is Brian Anderson, joined courtside by Grant Hill and Clark. For these two teams, a lot of their action runs through the front court.
You're exactly right, BA, and I think that's where the game's going to ultimately be decided. I mean, we have to see which set of these bigs is going to impose their will, not just offensively, but defensively too.
And we talked about it for a few games now, but MP has been on a mission as of late to ensure he's taken home that Rookie of the Year trophy.
And MP's goal for his rookie season was to win Rookie of the Year. But so far, against his peers in their first season, he hasn't distinguished himself as the best. MP still has some chances left against other rookies to prove to himself that he is the best in the class. He wants to perform better, and we'll see how he does.
And here's Memphis's starting group. Manning the backcourt, we'll see Morant and Payne. Jackson out there with Edey, and it's Wells. In at the three.
And we talk about Siakam's versatility. Well, there it is. Nice pass.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Earlier, I spoke with Rick Carlisle. He said Ja Morant is so good and so entertaining that some guys on both teams just stand around and watch him. He told his players, if you let him get to the rim and do something spectacular, you're not only giving up points, you're energizing the guys around him. Coach wants to prevent the highlight reel kind of plays.
All right, Allie, thanks once again. Here's Halliburton, and he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for two. Ja Morant picks one up, and Clark, a big part of Tyrese Halliburton's effectiveness. He is tall for a point guard.
Yeah, and you see that across the league, Brian. More and more teams making sure they get size on the perimeter. I mean, they're looking for length in the backcourt, and if you can find it in your point guard, that's even better. And Tyrese Halliburton, a poster guard for long, elite-level point guards.
Clark, we hear a lot of talk about Halliburton's supreme court vision. Just how good is it?
I think it's phenomenal, B.A. To be the facilitator that he is, you've got to have an understanding of what you're trying to run, but also a feel for how to get people shots and to adjust on the fly to what the defense is providing. And it's feel as much as it is skill, feeling where defenders are, feeling where your teammates are or might be. And that is a gift. And he's honed that in a way that's made him one of the top dime droppers in the league.
Burke, it's good.
And I'll tell you, Matherin's passing game has a solid foundation. Now, hopefully, it continues to grow here.
Jackson outside. Here's Wells. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Turner, a screen on Morant. Three-pointer, Halliburton. Can't get his first shot of the game to fall.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots. Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Burke, the pass to Halliburton. Pass to Turner. 4 on the clock. From deep. Outside Matherin. Back to Burke. Fires for 3. Fires in the triple. Burke's got 9 points. And so it's Memphis with it. They couldn't put the pieces together last time out, losing to the Clippers.
On the road, they got owned defensively. They just couldn't match the activity level of their opponent.
And you know what, guys? It just seemed like they never really had the kind of energy necessary. They just weren't comfortable on the defensive end.
Here's Morant. That shot, no good. Great D that time from Halliburton. Puts up a deep 3. Cleared away by Wells.
Would you say testing the limits of his range there?
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
From deep. The shot, no good. And so it's Siakam with it. He brings it up for Indiana. Shot's good by Matherin.
Matherin so smooth with the ball in his hands.
The Grizzlies have gone 4 of 9 in this one so far. Jackson outside. Pass to Edey. Now here's Bane. And Turner with the block.
What timing from Turner. I mean, that's a big part of blocking shots. Reading the shooter and then timing it perfectly to send that shot in reverse.
Memphis has gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. Here he goes. 2 points. That one goes. Wells has gotten his second bucket of the game.
Man, he's bringing the energy, the efficiency. I love what he's doing offensively.
To the paint. Here's Siakam. Here's Turner. Pass to Burke. Turner, a screen on Bane. Burke, the pass to Halliburton. Puts up a 3. Memphis with a rebound. Morant surveying the floor. Here's Bane. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. This is that grinded out part of the year, Grant. Everyone just fighting through it.
No question, BA. And it's not just physically exhausting. You're trying to focus on every game, every possession. This is where your leaders can help keep everyone focused.
Memphis making a switch here. Aldama's checked in. They get it back. Turner. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
And Turner's length causes defenses all kinds of problems. I mean, he really uses that length extremely well to draw fouls.
Turner can always wow you with a highlight play. But Clark, he's gotten better at the small things as well.
Yeah, I agree with you 100% there. He can shoot the 3. He's always been an elite shot blocker from the day he stepped foot in the NBA. An excellent screener, but he has added small pieces to his total game in the little areas.
Kicks it out to Jackson. Off target from outside. Indiana shooting 33% in the first quarter. Here's Siakam. Second chance effort. Can't get it. 0 for 3 in this one.
Well, it does not get much easier than that, but somehow he came up empty there.
To the middle. Oh, got a piece of it. Jackson gets the bucket.
Put your head down and go to work. That's what they need to do.
Yeah, these teams trading punches right now. I mean, it's table tennis. Back and forth we go.
Here's Burke, guarded by Bane. Back to Siakam. Turner, a screen on Jackson. Siakam for three. The shot that time not on target.
It's been an ugly quarter for him. Trying to shoot his way out of it. Might be time to work on the playmaking skills.
Bane, the pass to Jackson. Aldama outside. Moran against Halliburton. To the inside. Here's Mathurin. And he jams it home with authority.
Yeah, this is how impactful Mathurin can be in close. He loves jamming it home.
Pass to Edey. Aldama with it. He's covered by Mathurin. Moran against Halliburton. And one thing that Moran has always been elite at, finding a seam in a defense and getting to the rim, Grant.
Yeah, any crack allows him to get inside. And as good as anyone at splitting a double, which he sees a lot of. So once inside, he can finish with authority or kick it out to a shooter.
Nembhard, he's checked in for Indiana. And Memphis also making a switch. Clark's checked in. And Morant drops them both. And when it comes to the Grizzlies, they're a team that's hungry to take that next step, Grant.
Yeah, and they've got the core to do it, B.A. You got Morant, Bane, and Jackson. They're all all-star caliber players and still in their mid-20s. So they've got a lot of great chemistry and time to get it right.
Pass to Bane. Now Morant. Shot clock at 6. Here's Edey. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
And there's the IQ from Morant, knowing where his man's going to be.
They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Here's Burke, guarded by Bane. There's a screen by Turner. Ooh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. Well, Clark, talking about Benedict Mathurin, he's another great young Canadian player.
Yeah, they've got a ton of them coming from north of the border, PA. I mean, Mathurin, you got R.J. Barrett, SGA, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. I mean, at this point, you could probably fill a couple of rosters with high-level players that come from Canada.
That free throw good from Mathurin. Well, there's no question. Pascal Siakam has raised the ceiling of this Pacers team.
Yeah, absolutely. He complements Halliburton's up-tempo style very well. And defensively, he shores things up with his ability to guard 1 through 5.
Toppin, he's checked in for Indiana. Vincent comes in for Burke. Here's Morant. That shot off the mark. Excellent D there from Toppin. Siakam in the post. No made baskets yet.
Guys, this hasn't been his quarter. I mean, to me, he just doesn't look completely comfortable or confident.
It's good.
The way Morant sets up his teammates is as good as any guard in this league.
Nembhard, the pass to Mathurin. On the wing, Nembhard. Pass to Toppin. The 3-ball. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Grizzlies great Marc Gasol last season retiring from basketball. He embraced the city of Memphis. He said, quote, "I think a player has to feel that it's their city and they have to fight for it. You play with a different mindset when you do that. To me, winning was the most important thing."
Yeah, and they did a lot of winning, Allie. They now take the lead. And the Pacers lead by 2.
Back-to-back threes, making their defense work on the perimeter a bit.
Oh, there's the alley. Stolen by Siakam. Pass to Mathurin. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Mathurin's got 8.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
Here's Morant. And he banks in the layup.
Morant not afraid to get in there and play big, showing his toughness in close.
Vincent passes to Mathurin. 1:51 left to play in the first quarter. Launches a three. Vincent can't hit. Memphis has gone 1 of 4 from deep. Down low. Here's Morant. The second effort. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. 10 points for him.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
There's a screen by Toppin. It's Matherin with a drive. And Clark with a block. Aldama, the pass to Morant. Back to Aldama. Matherin with a rebound. And here's Matherin. He'll bring it up for the Pacers. And there's Siakam. That one's good. On the assist by Matherin. Matherin's got 3 assists in the game. Memphis trailing here. There's 47 seconds left to play in the first. Aldama outside. The open shot, Morant. Plenty of room to knock down that one.
Once Ja Morant gets rolling, there is no stopping him. Ja is feeling it tonight.
Vincent passes to Demart. Here's Matherin. And there's the drive. Indiana shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts of the game. And the first one at the line is good.
And one thing Benedict Matherin has no shortage of is raw athleticism. Now it's just a question of him honing that physical ability to be an effective pro-level player.
Neesmith, he's checked in for Indiana. Halliburton comes in for Vincent. Both free throws good from Matherin.
Free throw shooting is about mechanics, confidence, and your mental approach. He's locked in from there most every night.
Jackson outside. Six on the shot clock. This one for 3. Drops in the 3. Jackson's got 5. Wow, 8 lead changes in the first half. Unbelievable.
Yeah, both sides digging in for what looks like a war.
So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Memphis ahead, up 1. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in a moment. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter. We'll see what happens here in the second. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Grizzlies.
They've done a great job establishing an inside presence. Now that'll open up more options offensively throughout the remainder of the game.
One other thing they've done really well, moving the ball around. They've done a nice job not settling for that initial option and making that extra pass.
So on the floor for Memphis to kick off the second quarter. We've got Jackson. He's out there with Santi Aldama. Luke Kennard out there with Brandon Clark. And it's Pippen in at the point. Jackson, the pass to Pippen. Back to Jackson. Memphis needs to get off a shot from downtown. Indiana with a rebound. They just couldn't come out on top last time they took on the Grizzlies. That one was in Memphis.
If they want to beat these guys this time, they have to do better on the glass. That was their undoing.
And sometimes that can be a motivating factor. May very well light a fire under them tonight. Nobody likes to be dominated on the glass like that.
And it's blocked by Clark. Kennard outside. Pass to Jackson. Kennard outside. Jackson gets the bucket. He's got 7. Oh, man, this has been an absolute battle in the first half.
Each team trying to establish itself. The lead just keeps going back and forth.
Baseline jumper. The shot by Nembhard, no good. Memphis leading. Here's Pippen. Yet to see a basket. Kennard outside. Jackson surveying the D. Jackson with a screen on Toppin. Here's Pippen. The rebound by Jackson.
Hey, sometimes the best looks don't equate to points.
Neesmith passes to Halliburton. Jackson against Jackson. Pass to Nembhard. Deflected. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Here's Pippen. Kennard outside. Now Jackson, defended by Jackson. Here's Pippen. The rebound by Jackson. Indiana trailing here. Up top, Neesmith. Guarded by Aldama. Neesmith passes to Toppin. He buries it from three. Toppin's got his third basket on the night right there.
Well, making threes is vital for Toppin, developing his stretch big skill.
Kennard outside. Jackson down low. Guarded by Toppin. Jackson can't get it to go. Stolen by Jackson. Yes, it's good. Jackson's got 4 points now in the quarter.
I love the strength shown by Jackson there, refusing to let the defense have the last word.
Takes a step back. Neesmith passes to Toppin. Here's Nembhard, defended by Kennard from 13. And the shot is good, dropping it off the front of the rim. And the Pacers lead by 2.
He's a producer. It's part of their plan to get him as many touches as possible.
And you think about the value Andrew Nembhard provides. Clark, he really excels at running the offense.
He's the quintessential point guard, VA. Has a great feel for setting up his teammates for what they're trying to get done. Plays with tremendous pace and great confidence. Typically doesn't.
Indiana with some changes. Turner, he's checked in for Jackson. And Burke is subbed in for Neesmith. Pass to Jackson. Ooh, excellent D there from Turner. Indiana leading. Inside. And a slam dunk by Toppin.
So quick off the floor, Obi Toppin.
The Grizzlies have got 2 of 7 attempts to drop since the end of the first quarter. Here's Wells. Outside Bain. Shot clock at 5. Jackson right side. The 3 is up. Sinks the tray. Jackson's got 7 points for the quarter.
And guys, I'd keep it simple. Keep running plays for Triple J. He's been awesome tonight.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, guys, Money in the last outing against the Wizards was outstanding. He tallied 21 points, and he made the defense look helpless as he piled on the points. For a star like him, though, I'm sure it felt like just another day at the office. Guys?
Yeah, he was unstoppable during certain stretches. It'd be great to see him top that performance tonight.
Well, his team needs him to contribute. When he's on his A game, he just makes play after play.
For sure, and draws so much defensive attention that it opens up opportunities for others.
Here's Toppin. No good off the front rim. The Grizzlies have gotten only 3 of 9 attempts to fall in the second. The 3 from Bain. The rebound by Turner. Turner's got 6 rebounds in the game. Now here's Nembhard. He's closely guarded. And then Turner with the dunk.
Boy, that's just too easy, guys. Turner, a player you can't allow to get free near the rack. He's a great dunker. Bang.
Aldama outside. To the middle. Here's Pippen. Uses the glass on the layup.
That's been the story of their offense so far, getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
To the paint. Oh, swiped away. 3-on-3. Here's Bain. Here's Jackson. And that basket makes him 6 for 11, shooting a good percentage.
And just a forceful play by Jackson, clearing the glass and muscling his way to his own shot.
Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. Well, Clark, we hear coaches often say, trust your teammates. Why is that sometimes a challenge?
Well, you know, when you talk about passing the basketball, there's got to be a level of trust and confidence that where you pass it to is going to produce some fruit, and that it might come back to you if that's the best play. And then defensively, you can't be good defensively without communicating and trusting one another to cover for each other in the defensive scheme that you're playing.
The first one falls. Siakam, he's checked in for Indiana. Matherin comes in for Halliburton. Clark is checked in for Memphis. Ja Morant comes in for Pippen. Both good from the line that time. Here's Morant, coming off a 22-point game against the Clippers.
In total command of the offense, the passing was insane, especially when you consider how many points he put up.
And check out the NBA's top 3-point shooters over the course of the past month. All right, guys, some stats here. The scoring breakdown for Indiana.
Well, you got to be impressed with how selfless they've been so far. Their passing has been simply outstanding.
You know, I also like the fact they've been really aggressive in attacking from behind the arc. They could do a lot of damage from there tonight.
Indiana making a switch here. Halliburton is checked in. Burke, it's good.
The versatility of Halliburton, that's what you love about it. He can score it, he can pass it, and he makes very good decisions.
Aldama outside. On the wing, Bain. Back to Aldama. Pass to Wells. 6 to shoot. From deep, Morant. Oh, a bomb from Ja.
Yeah, Morant showing a bit of confidence knocking down that three.
Halliburton, the pass to Turner. Here's Burke, guarded by Bain. Halliburton right side. Look at Halliburton converting through contact.
That shot by Halliburton, not easy. Taking the hit and still finishing the play.
Bain surveying the D. To the left side wing. And the action on hold. It appears there's been an injury. Yep, he's definitely in a bad way out there right now. Man, that's tough to see.
Yeah, that type of injury is always worrisome. Hopefully, he's okay.
You're exactly right. I mean, with the way it looks, what we have to hope for now is that somehow it's not a long-term issue.
The Grizzlies making a switch here. Pippen's checked in. And a chance to see the latest edition of the power rankings. Always fun to see where everyone in the league stands. Taking a look at the Lakers. They're a rising team climbing to 5th on the board.
You know, right now for Indiana, they have a game plan and they followed it accordingly. That's why they're in the position they are now. A fantastic team that plays so well together.
Outside Morant. Plenty of space. He hits again. 7 for 13 and looking confident.
Yeah, we're seeing Morant get more and more comfortable operating off the ball.
Here's Siakam. Up and in on the layup. Siakam's got 7 points.
Defensively, they've got to get more bodies in the paint. That's 3 straight field goals from below the free throw line.
Here's Morant. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line, and they'll give that one to Miles Turner.
What determination from Morant in the paint, getting his shot off despite being fouled.
And this is his 2nd trip to the line tonight.
And you know, with those numbers, he makes a defender hesitant to get too tight on him. I mean, he doesn't want to get whistled for the foul and put this guy on the line.
Huff's checked in for Aldama. And he makes both free throws.
The boundless athleticism Morant has is really special. He's someone that is always in attack mode.
Siakam outside. Pass to Burke. Turner, a screen on Morant. Burke, the pass to Nembhard. Count it. 2 for 4 from the field now.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Here's Morant. Oh, Morant from close range.
Adds to their lead. They've been able to rely on him all night.
Nembhard, the pass to Burke. There's a screen by Turner. The 3 is up. Burke, it's good. He's got 14.
Another triple for him. His 4th of the night after that monster first quarter where he hit 3 of them.
Outside Morant. A little mid-range shot is up. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Morant's got 23.
Impeccable mechanics this quarter. He's been perfect from the field.
There's a screen. 3-pointer Mathurin. Clark grabs the board.
The battle of the boards has been something to watch.
Yeah, tit for tat on the glass. Just one more aspect of what's been a very closely contested ball game here.
Wells misses. And here's Mathurin. He'll bring it up for the Pacers. Next up on the schedule, the Clippers. That'll be a home game. It'll be the 2nd game of 4 straight at home. Out to the right wing. Here's Wells. Siakam pulls down the board. Siakam's got 4 rebounds now. And one thing that Siakam has always had a knack for, Grant, cutting to the rim and finishing plays.
Yeah, he plays so well when he has space to move. He's just great off the ball, and that fits with any team. His ability to convert at the rim makes his cuts that much better.
Wells. And again, it's Memphis missing.
That's his shot, and one I'm sure he wants back.
Siakam the screen. Here's Burke. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Siakam. Indiana making a switch here. Vincent's checked in. Memphis has gone 2 of 5 from distance here in the 2nd quarter. Pass to Edey. Kennard outside. There's 57 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Here's Wells. And here's Morant outside. Indiana with a rebound. Siakam's got a rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Burke. And a miss there on the triple. The Grizzlies shooting about 43% from the field in the 2nd. Pass to Edey. Jackson with it. And here's Morant. Here's Edey. He's covered by Mathurin. That gives them the lead. And the Grizzlies lead by 2.
And now almost all their points coming from the paint.
Here's Burke, defended by Kennard. Burke, the pass to Matherin. They set a pick. Back to Burke. To end the drought. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. Memphis ahead. They lead by a bucket. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
Hello and welcome. Before we take a look at the action from the first half, a brief overview of some upcoming games. Before we get into that, I want to know, back when you guys played, what was your favorite city to play in?
Well, Shaq played for every...
Turning our attention to that first half for the Grizzlies. They find themselves in a close one.
Well, they've been the more measured team, passing up good...
And that'll do it for us. Thanks for stopping by. We'll head back down to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the third quarter.
And if you're just joining us, we played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Oh, a fantastic game from Ja Morant in this one.
Yeah, he's kind of been the floor general for them tonight. A lot of assists for him.
And, you know, that's not a job they ask him to do very often. But in the first half, I thought he was in perfect sync with his teammates.
Indiana trailing here. And now Ali Force has an update for us on Desmond Bane. What do you have, Ali?
I have a status report from Memphis's head athletic trainer. Apparently that knee was twisted pretty severely. No torn ligaments, but still significant pain and swelling. He won't return for the rest of this game, and he's likely to miss a few more after that. We'll see how he bounces back, guys.
Okay, thanks for the update.